Okay, we have one mic. What's the second mic?
It's not working, though.
Okay. Huh?
I cast black screen lah.
Okay. Due to technical difficulties and unable to fix it up, we are doing a live the slow streaming. So me and America will be online. So basically what you see will be not delay. So
Live lah, no delay. No choice lah. Kesian audience. Simpan angka apa-apa pun ada. Apa ni? Oh.
We fix this issue for the moment. Like that. Team captains up? Team captains up?
Team captains for Infinity and Jugoyasha, please come to the location.
Ay, puro yun. So let the throwing begin, the flip. Okay, flip. Tails, heads or tails? Heads or tails? Yes. Tails. Oh, tails? Tails, right? Okay. Do you want to take radiant diet or you want to take first pick or second pick? Radiant diet. You'll be radiant or you'll be radiant? Okay, right now it will be you are infinite. Okay, how about radiant? First pick or second pick? First pick, second pick. Alright, looks. Okay, wait.
No battery. No battery. I think that.
Yeah. Cool. So.
Oh.
Oh shit. You'll be cutting alone then.
Test, mic test.
Mic test. Mic test, mic test. Mayara? Oh, thank God. Go on first, I'll fix this one. We're not ready yet also. How's your battery over there? It's full, right? I remember seeing it.
1 bar.
1 bar. Okay, I'll check. Okay, this full.
Mic test, mic test.
Cheers, bro.
Yeah, you go first. I'll cover you.
You got my back, huh?
I'm the support anyway. I'm second. You're the main guy. I'm the second man. Anyway, I have always been support. You okay?
Test 1, 2. Mic test 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah. Mic test.
Mic test 1, 2. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please pause. The match is going to start, so let's see if the teams are ready.
Well, it delayed the mic, is it? The one the mic doesn't work. No, just now.
It's always this.
Why the block disappear? Direct sudah. Itu bukan masalah yang punya sini kok. Dia punya di sini cuma. Oh, dia ada satu. Dia punya problem. Tangga di mana kau ikan dengan apa?
Very focused in the game. Not nice to because they say also nowadays you want to prioritize the audience or to prioritize the audience? 湾乌鱼啦。现在今晚如果能够体验高铁嘛，是往前车吧。在第二、第三个在对，因为第二个这个已经打了，在这个打，然后就换飞机的时候。会再多一点电脑来，我已经打电话给那些有电脑的，今天的电脑上来用。他们电脑他们在那个电脑上要飞了，这有概念，跟他有飞起来，然后他们应该看到这个红款在那边应该也在Yes, boss. How are you? Hey, what are you guys?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, just make full snap for ignoring his own teammate and unable to hear him talk.
Right, my problem.
Who else get my problem?
Infinity.
Sorry, microphone issue for people ignoring another teammate and unable to hear because they, hey, I need you within right now, we turn up the capability and command. Video slide.
Looks good.
I see.
Buddy, we don't need to be here anymore, you know, right?
But I need to control keyboard and mouse. No choice. Never mind, never mind. I can make do, Don't worry, don't worry. Stream is recording from here. This one not the input to computer. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second game of the Miri Esports League right now between Duke of Yasha and Infinity Gaming. I'm very sorry for that dead pixel right there, but I assure you, it says Infinity. Right then, right now as we move into the first ban phase, the Dire will get their first pick, so of course, they will lead off with the first ban. Let's see what they decide to take out. Cold Snap, of course, the captain and the drafter for Duke of Yasha. Looks like they are taking their time over this one, immediately taking out that very hard carry in the form of the Sven. Sven, a very useful here in the sense where he's able to just catch up with that cleave once the Ancients are stacked up and nice. And right now, Infinity responding with an immediate Invoker ban. Moving back, the ball is in the court of Duke of Yasha, waiting for their second ban. Will it be the IO or the Elder Titan? Looks like they're discussing among themselves which will be a better one for a ban. 10 seconds into that normal ban time. And they're discussing this very thoroughly. Look at those serious faces up on stage right now. And it will be the Morphling ban, so they're targeting all the hard carries right now. Sven being removed, Morphling removed, both of course very, very potent heroes up until the late game. Let's see what Infinity are going to pick, or rather ban, right after that Invoker. It will be the Imba Spirit, as it's taken out of that pool. So two strong mid heroes being taken out, whereas Duke of Yasha going along the lines of two carry heroes. But we'll finally see their hands right now as they have the first pick over onto the Dire side. As about 1 second. That will be a first pick, Dazzle, so that's a very defensive support they've gone for. Then Shallow Grave, of course, incredibly useful in rescuing other heroes from close to dying. Let's not forget, of course, all his spells are physical rather than magical. And that Weave, of course, once he reaches the level 6, very, very important in a team fight, as well as the push. But right now, Infinity can respond with a 1-2 pickup. And let's see if they will be showing their hands, or if they're going to pick up their supports instead first. The captain for Infinity is Saitama. He is their drafter as well. But looking at their faces over there on the stage, they are discussing among themselves. They're going to pick up that very popular position for Ricky. And in combination with that Ricky Maru, they will most likely pick another support. As let's not forget, they do have the final pick of the game, so they hold the trump card when it comes to this draft. Ricky, of course, very, very famous for the Cloak and Dagger, able to go invis straight off from the get-go in level 1, and of course the very useful smoke screen, which causes an AoE silence as well as slowdown. Very useful if they want to target that Dazzle and remove him from any form of team fight contribution.
And so far the teams have just picked their supports, and the Axe just came in.
Oh, that's a very manly hero. So the Axe being built, of course, what's very, very useful about the Axe is that Berserker's Call, which pierces spell immunity, Kycer, able to go through BKB. So that Axe will be looking to position himself nicely, get a good initiation, and pull a very important hero straight out of position. So Ricky Axe combo, Axe most likely going into the off lane. Ricky will be in the position for support. He won't really get wards, but when as necessary, he will rotate and roam around the map. But right now, over for the second pick for Duke of Yasha, Kycer. They've gone with the Dazzle. We've seen a Dazzle in the previous game, but not really contributing much. What do you think? Do you think that Duke of Yasha can perhaps use the Dazzle to better effect?
It highly depends on they just got the Raven.
So we were just talking about how you hide your drafts, and right now, Duke of Yasha, picking 2 supports, you've got no idea who the mid laner is, you've got no idea who the carry is, you've got no idea who the off laner is.
Yes.
You can't really directly counter them.
Exactly. So basically, they have full reign of all the picks they can need right now.
That's right, that's right. And looking at the pattern of their picks, they've also started banning carry heroes, which they themselves could use.
Exactly. So right now, it's really in a mystery zone.
And of course, still in the pool, Drow Ranger, Luna, of course, very, very good hard carries. And Duke of Yasha will need one, but Infinity should not limit themselves as well. They also need a carry right now. They've got 2 melee heroes, and when you've got a Winter Wyvern, that's going to be very, very painful. Oh, they banned the Tinker. So Infinity deciding to ban the Goblin Tinker. We saw it in the previous game.
Exactly.
Had a very good start, started dominating the game.
It just ended the game because he just took over the lane and took over everyone else. With the backup with the Bounty Hunter right now, if the Ricky with the Tinker together, it will be the same exact problem.
That's right. So you can see Infinity thinking ahead and banning out that Tinker. But right now in Duke of Yasha, it will be up to them. Will they be banning other mid heroes, or will they continue the pattern of banning these hard carries that they've got?
As you can see, they're going into reserve time very, very lately.
Oh yeah, they've got about a minute and a half left remaining, and they will ban the Omni Knight. Oh, very interesting. Omni Knight, of course, a very useful position 5. Doesn't really need items, just need the levels, able to get at the Purification as well as Guardian Angel. Very useful against physical DPS. But right now, it looks like it's up to Infinity for their 4th ban of the game. Once again, they've been banning mid heroes: Invoker, Ember Spirit, Tinker. Are they going to ban another mid hero? They need a mid hero too.
Yeah, exactly. But it really highly depends. If you notice that the bans for Yasha is mainly
it's a Timbersaw man coming out right there. So that's going to limit the off-lane hero pool right now for Duke of Yasha. Not many off-lane heroes that are viable left in the meta, depending on how they want to approach it. But the Winter Wyvern and the Dazzle pickup sort of indicate they want to go for a heavy team fight orient build.
Yes.
They're looking to go for this team fight because the cooldowns are relatively short. You've got your Winter's Curse coming out at a 60-second cooldown. You can just keep fighting up to every minute.
Yeah. And the Winter Raven is has the ability to just stop a team fight very rapidly, whether it's a comeback or non-comeback. He
That's
can
right.
make really changes there.
That's right. That is
The
absolutely
major
true.
differences you can see right now that in Infinity they are picking all the DPS. They're showing their cards right in front there, and they have a combo there. A Dazzle and a Window Raven. We don't really know what they're gonna combo into. We have no idea. They're keeping Infinity guessing and saying, hey, we have the choice right now.
Yeah, yeah. One thing to keep in mind though, let's not forget that the Axe Culling Blade will go through the shallow grave of the Dazzle. So Dazzle more or less negated in this team fight if Axe gets a good positioning with the Blink Dagger. Oh, they've gone. Looks like Infinity are dirty Slark pickers. So they've gone for the Slark again. 3 melee heroes right now, Kycer.
Exactly, and you see that Jugo Yasha have 2 range. If they're picking another range, they're really outraging. In the laning phase, they will hold the lanes pretty strongly and probably dominate the melee.
So having a quick glance at Slark, what makes him really potent is his skill, which is the passive essence shift. Essentially, every time he hits a target successfully, he steals one major attribute, converts it into his own agility, and he's just able to become a very mean fighting machine in the mid to late game.
Late game, he is a dominator.
Slark, they've gone for the off-lane Slardar, so in a sense, sort of directly countering the Rikimaru pickup, but Slark can of course use the Dark Essence to just purge off the amplified damage coming up from the Slardar, but this is a very interesting pickup in the sense that we're talking about how Dazzle and Winter Wyvern are team fight oriented heroes. Slardar is more of a single hero pickoff, coming in, blinking in, getting a crush, amplified damage, and looking to burst the hero down. Again, we apologize for the dead pixel right there, but it shouldn't really affect much. Right now, Team Infinity will have their 4th pickup. They've got 3 melee heroes. Will they continue this trend of going melee, or will they finally pick up a range hero? Of course, one thing to note is that melee heroes are very easily kited, especially if you're up against a very tanky range hero like a Medusa, for instance.
Exactly. And she's still left in the car.
She is still in the pool, that's right. Oh! A squishy hero, not the highest HP, not the highest armor, but what makes her useful, of course, is the contribution to the team if that arcane aura. Yeah. Gets you some really good mana regen, which is really much needed for Axe and Slark. They don't have the best base mana regen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So basically, their comp is really on to casting abilities.
That's right.
Their skill casting abilities. We see the Phantom Assassin.
Phantom Assassin comboing well. Once again, we've mentioned before that Dazzle, with his weave, will reduce the physical armor. Slardar also reduces physical armor, and you've got a very good physical damage dealer in the form of the Phantom Assassin. And right there, we're looking at the coup de grace. Crit damage up to 450%.
That is an ultimate killer, and the reason that why they picked it like this, you can see why they banned the Omni Knight right there, so that
no Guardian Angel.
Exactly.
No Guardian Angel.
So it is a difficult counter, especially when all of their team is really highly. Except Rikimaru, when his smoke can make you miss. Other than that, everyone is deadly. Oh, the Medusa.
We were just talking about how the Medusa was going to be useful against the melee heroes here, but they've gone and banned out the Medusa. But right now, Jig of Yasha, they probably need a safe laner. In my opinion, that Slardar's going to go off lane. Phantom Assassin has shown the ability to go mid. MVP, QO, and Forev have shown that the Phantom Assassin can fight early on, but they've banned the Silencer instead, which is interesting, considering that Jig of Yasha don't have many skill-based dependents.
Exactly.
They depend more on right clicks and DPS with the Phantom Assassin.
Yeah, but they have more just right clicks and melee actually. Passive ability of Slardar that stuns you. And the PA.
Oh yeah, the PA, that crit.
That amazing, beautiful crit.
Well, before we go any further, let's look at this final pickup coming out here from Jig of Yasha. They've got about 55 seconds left on the clock, and this is their reserve time, so let's see if they're going to have a surprise in their hands, or if they're going to go for a Drow Ranger, or even a Luna, also still in the pool.
They're really waiting their time, their time.
They are.
Don't want their team to know what they're doing.
No, not even the slightest hint right now.
The pressure builds up, but slowly you can see that the team of
20 seconds left onto that reserve time, and Duke of
is
Yasha,
basically DPS, maybe
they are
with
more GPS, yeah.
more DPS based. While you can see the skill based on the bottom of the entire Templar Assassin.
Okay, so this is a mid-Templar Assassin, safe lane PA, and a Sada in off lane. And once again, we're talking about all this physical damage and armor reduction.
Exactly.
It looks like we've got a trend running on right now. So Duke of Yasha, they're probably looking to build up an Assault Cuirass as well to buffer up onto that armor reduction. But one thing to notice is that they don't have any magical burst.
Exactly.
They don't have magical burst, and they are horrible at level 1 team fights.
So it really depends on the first 5 minutes of the game that if the Duke of Yasha can hold their own to win this match. While when it's for the Infinity, they need to really get into the ganks and start early and in winning the game, because they have the sustain of the Crystal Maiden.
That's right.
The ability to sustain damages and sustain their skill shots and all that. If they do not miss in any of their skill shots,
Yep.
they have a high chance of getting picks early.
Let's not forget also Infinity Gaming still need their mid lane hero, so it will be a Weaver pickup. This is very interesting. I'm assuming that Slug will go safe lane. No, it doesn't make sense either in my mind. Oh, let's see how it runs up anyway. As we wait for the foghorn to sound. We're about to jump into the game, just waiting for the last few pickups. Just 2 more players, and here we are.
You are in the game.
Oh, immediate pause. It's a disconnect coming out from one of the players. And for a quick introduction into the game, we've got Chloe Grace Moretz, celebrity. Oh, another quick pause right there.
Apparently, if you see the teams are different.
Some last minute discussion. So anyway, so that's Chloe Grace Moretz onto that Crystal Maiden. We've got Saitama over onto that Slug. I'm not sure what his name is. Is that D Puffy onto that Axe?
It's the Puffy.
Hero onto that Ricky Maru, and last but not least, of course, Patrick Stars straight from Bikini Bottom onto that Weaver. Over on the Dire team, we've got Cold Snap playing onto that Phantom Assassin, over onto that Dazzler's Carnation, BMS onto that Templar Assassin, Vindfire onto the Winter Wyvern, of course, last but not least, onto that Slada is, what is that, B8D? B80?
D8.
Oh, this is very sneaky right now. So they've decided to smoke and try to contest this bottom rune, but it looks like they're not going to be met by any heroes, as the Radiant team are still in their own base.
That was a highly unorthodox way of just saying hello.
They're looking to invade into the jungle of the Radiant. Look to see if they can catch anyone off guard as we look for a level 1 fight. Let's not forget, of course, that on the side of Jukes by Yasha, they've got not the best Team 1 fight, and looks like that's it. They're just going to back off. Just a preliminary smoke, just to scout things out, see if there's any risk in taking that bottom bounty rune. And let's see who the bounty rune goes to, because it traditionally tells you who the mid player is. So that's going to be the TA, and it's going to be a mid Slug and a safe lane Weaver as things stand. Not really able to see the items by much. And there you go, the creep lanes will meet in the middle lane, but it looks like as things stand, both didn't really get the best of block. Early sentry ward being placed there just to scout things out if there's any observer wards on the high ground, and of course that Ricky Maru will be there, places his own sentry ward. Let's see who rewards it first. Oh, that's about 100 gold right there. That was just wasted by the Ricky Maru. Very, very quick reactions coming out from the Templar Assassin, able to just deny out that sentry ward. Let's have a look over the last hits and denies. Templar Assassin doing well so far, 3-4-1 in that mid lane. The same cannot be said of the Slug, who is yet to pick up a last hit of his own. In fact, the Slug's just on bottom lane. They're pinging it out as Weaver over onto that mid lane, also a bit struggling in terms of last hits right there. 2 for nothing. Looks to go for a bit of aggression right there. Does have that Ricky Maru in terms of backup, but of course has to be mindful that sentry ward is there. So that's the range of vision that will detect any invis heroes. Over in the top lane, looks like the Axe and the Crystal Maiden are doing relatively okay, trying to limit as much farm as they can out of this Phantom Assassin, who herself has 4-4-0 last hits there. Full Snap, the captain, as well as Drafter, playing onto that hard carry, harassing with those stifling daggers over the Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden, of course, doesn't have the best HP, only 540. And so the damage from the stifling dagger, which is pure damage, will just really start chipping away at her HP. Bottom lane, Slaughter being given space right now against Slug. An issue right now because these heroes are both melee and they ping out the pull, they know it's happening. So the Slaughter coming in to contest.
Oh, he just went off.
Yeah, he's just pinging it out, knowing that the Ricky is just trying to pull, trying to get some early levels. Just try to get some secure last hits for that Slug, but of course it's much harder to hit under your own tower, and right now this will make the lane push even more onto that dire side. An Axe being really low right now will be dove on. One more second there, that's first blood! And it actually goes to the Dazzle, who picks up their first blood, being able to kill that Axe right there, so just being able to get the tail end of that first blood. Bottom lane, no real initiation happening. Oh, smoke coming out. There's no sentries over this bottom lane out there, as I say that. Of course, there's one right there. So Ricky can't do his usual shenanigans.
The sneaky little bugger that comes around and say hello.
Looks like Saitama being very aggressive right now.
Oh,
He's
yes.
got to watch himself, doesn't have that level 6. It's a bit too early over in the mid lane. We're seeing a bit of initiation right there. Patrick Star getting harassed out of the mid lane, but they're both low right now over on that mid lane. So they're just going to salve up, use up into that regen. Looks like the Templar Assassin has a Fairy Fire left as well, so no worries for her. She shouldn't be under too much pressure, as things are relatively taking a very farm-oriented game right now.
As you can see the kill feed right now at like KD on the creeps, it clearly that the range characters are in for the whole round. Helping that all the Dyers are freaking just pushing in and getting the kills, while the last hits for the Radiant is getting less and less. It shows the disparity between the melee and the range characters in the game right now.
That's right, you're certainly right, but let's not forget at mid lane, that's both ranged heroes right there. As the Weaver, 9 for 1, struggling really badly against the Templar Assassin. Templar Assassin, of course, does have better DPS with the refraction coming online, but should be careful about giving too much space right now to the Weavers. Patrick Star has accumulated up to about, let's see, where is he? Oh, he's only about 1,000 gold. As I say that, I missed a kill in the bottom lane. It's like Slug being picked up right now. He was left alone. No support over in the background, and just like that, Jig Fayasha were able to find a pickup right there on the hard carry of the Slug. It looks like they've swapped lane. The Axe actually coming down onto this bottom lane, trying to face up against the Slaughter. TP coming in as well from the Slug, so let's see if there's going to be any aggression coming out from this. It looks like it's just a defensive TP coming in from that Axe. And they're pinging it out as they do spot that Ricky. Over in the mid lane, Patrick Star TPing back, goes for a swarm, trying to harass out the Templar Assassin out from the lane, but really not much he can do, as look at the last hits of tonight, 27 right there for the Templar Assassin. So Templar Assassin doing fine and dandy with the farm right now. As we hit the 5-minute mark of the game, score is still 0 for 2, very passive game for both teams right now. So far the kills have only been mistakes instead of real engagements of team fights. It looks like Crystal Maiden being given a bit of space here in the top lane, is still level 3.
Well, so far, what do you think, Reza?
I think that right now things are going really well for Jukes by Yasha. You do not want to give the Templar Assassin a good start. Templar Assassin, once she picks up the Yasha phase boot as well as Blink Dagger, she can just deal so much damage to the back lines, especially fragile supports. There's one bottom lane out, so just coming out, saving the Slaughter, coming in for a reach. Goes for a two-man crash, and right now the Axe goes for the call right now. Big boss brought running into one more spin, and it's a 1-for-1 trade right now. As the Slaughter will fall for the Axe, both offlaners falling down, but that will be some much needed gold in the pockets of that Slug. Slug, of course, with 900 gold, able to just catch up after dying.
Oh, yeah,
coming in once again, but there you go. Cold Embrace coming in, saving that winter weapon from himself from any magical damage. But right now he's paying out. Dazzler coming in. Looks like another punch coming, poison touch as well, and right now he doesn't have any dark pack. Will he die from this? Gonna die for it. Slow's coming in as well. They're picking out one more balance and makes it away.
Comes in help.
Right now, reinitiation, but he's got to be very careful as there you go. They're gonna spot each other's sentry wards right there over onto that bottom lane, and there you go. Dyer will be able to remove out that extra sentry ward. Regen rune being pinged out, so that's going to be given to the Wyvern, I think. No, he's going to go back. Temper Assassin still farming happily over onto that mid lane.
With all this destruction, you can see that they're just letting the Templar Assassin just farm up. It might be a mistake in the future that when they can start going for ganks and starting with team fights, that Templar Assassin might be a key factor in those team fights. And
right now, TP is coming in as well onto the top lane. This is going to be the slot. Looks like they've been swapping these lanes back and forth. They're not really sure about which lane they want to go to. Every lane they go to, they're faced with just so much aggression. They're going to go in and Phantom Messenger right now. Duffy with a 2-man call. Cold Snap being brought down really low speeds with Shallow Grave coming in, but there's no level 6. Duffy actually gets a kill on the Dazzle first, and right now they're going to go for the chase. Level 6 coming out, one more kick, but the Cold Embrace saving it, getting up that regen. Duffy should fall from this as a trade, but Cold Snap will be the one to fall first, and right now Splinter Blast coming in from the Winter Weapon will actually get the kill. But Slaughter also coming in. Slaughter is in a lot of trouble on the slot right now. They're going to go for him right now. Weave coming in for the Weaver on the backlands right now. Slaughter will actually fall, gets the level 6, will be the next to fall as well. It's a double kill right there for the Slaughter. It's a 3-for-1 trade, but they've got the damage amplifier straight onto that Weaver. They're trying to go change it, but there you go. The Winter Weapon falls as well. This is going to be a 4-for-2 right now in the favor of Duke by Yasha. That was an incredible fight from them, coming out from them. 4-for-7 right now, and we were talking about how passive this game was. It just exploded right there. So let's look at that net worth coming out after that team fight. It looks like the Templar Assassin and the Slaughter are leading the way with almost 4k gold right there on BMS on this Templar Assassin. So we'll be picking up that Desolator pretty soon. Does have the Blightstone up in that inventory. So looking at how the items on the side of the Radiant, not looking too good. No real second tier items just yet. They just got brown boots across the body. In fact, some heroes don't even have the brown boots just yet. Ricky playing that very, very core support role. We're just about to hit 9 minutes into the game. 4-for-7 right now in favor of Duke Bayasha. In terms of last hits and deny, 58-for-17 for the Temper Assassin. So once again, no surprise, the Dire team are leading the way.
It's a little surprising that there's little aggression in Infinity. That with the composition they have, the characters they have, the heroes they have, that they should have much more aggressive in the way. The first 6 levels should have been very aggressive, but it's very passive until now.
Well, the haste rune was just taken under the nose of that Winter Wyvern. This is a very sneaky Ricky Maru coming in. So, I'm not sure if he has a bottle just yet. Let me just double check. Does he have a bottle? Yes, Temper Assassin does indeed have a bottle. Really sorry you can't see the inventories right there. But just to confirm, Temper Assassin indeed does have that bottle. Was looking to pick up that haste rune, but of course Ricky Maru beating her to it.
Ricky Maru just came out and said,
No, you're not gonna get that.
Of course, Slug does have that very useful skill in the shutdowns. Able to spot out if there's any observer wards in the surrounding area, just to see if there's any vision from the enemy team. Once there is vision, of course, his passive on that shutdowns just wears off. And right now, 3 heroes on the Radiant team congregating here on the mid lane, up against Winter Wyvern. They just need to farm up right now, as we can hear the calls coming out from the stage. Oh, they've got to be very careful. It's good smoke onto 2, but there's no reinitiation. There's no Blink Dagger coming in. Weaver is a bit too far to reinitiate. And right now, 5 heroes of the Radiant team are here in the mid lane. TP coming in from Slaughter as well as another team. Actually going for a good call. With Slaughter coming in, slowing things down. And right now, we've got 4 heroes as well as Dazzler coming in. It's a 4v5 situation right now over in the mid lane, but it looks like it's the end of the aggression.
it seems that Infinity wanted to bring something into the play, but unable to bring it when Dazzle came in and practically just stopped that push right there.
And one more important thing to note is that there are 5 Radiant heroes here over this mid lane, and Phantom Assassin is farming away happily over the top lane, looking to get her items up. Look at that, 5 Radiant Heroes just wasting time right now. TA coming in, amplify damage onto the Axe. They're going to go initiate. It's got a really good with the Scars coming in. It's not the treatment crush right now. The Grave coming in on himself. What sort of Grave is that coming out from the Dazzle? The Crystal Maiden goes for the ultimate right now. It's a 1-for-1 trade. They look like chasing. Look at the punish. The Slaughter bring more down as well. Who's the next character? The 3-for-2 trade right now. As the Phantom Assassin coming into TP, that's a 4-for-2 trade. Ricky Morrow, the lone survivor, just to tell the story of how his team just demolished. That was a very curious Grave coming out from the Dazzle. He graved himself instead of his carry.
Probably he just said, hey, let me give you this.
That's sort of an art style Grave coming out from the Dazzle right there. 6-11 right now. 12 minutes into the game as we are about to hit the night cycle coming in, which reduces the vision slightly on the heroes. So there you go, just saying about it, we are now in night time.
See the XP disparity. I can't see the click on the mouse. That's sad.
And in terms of, look at that, Kycer was just talking about the difference in terms of XP. We see it, we see the story in front of us right there, Kycer.
It is such a...
It's a sad story.
It's a sad story that how to say that aggressive should be aggressive team competition, a method that's meant for...
Picking it out, they've got the vision of the Axe. The counter pings as well as the quick wave spotted it. And Slark just look to farm up over onto that hard cam. We've got to know that the Slaughter does have a blink dagger at the ready. So he's able to just jump in and initiate right now. They just want to chase him, pretends for the crush, but no. Actually falls back. And all this while, Phantom Assassin is still farming away.
Seems again coming on top.
As things stands right now, both teams still have their tier 1 towers on all lanes, so they still have the ability to TP into any fight. Oh, that's a hasted Axe coming in right there. Call coming out as well. Going to call straight into the fight, and immediately Calling Blade coming out. Explodes, but right now Patrick Styles, and next response breaking in. Crush Axe in trouble right now. It's going to be a 2-for-1 trade. As the Axe and the Weaver falls. In exchange for the Wind Survivor, not worth it at all over on that mid lane.
It wasn't a good trade for a wave than that.
Not at all. 7-13 now in favor of Duke Bayasha. And they just keep pressuring that. This is Desolator complete. No, it's just a Blightstone, but already reducing the armor by so much. Looks like they're going to try to push this tier 1 tower. Slow coming in with the Crystal Maiden. Slug is still coming in the backline. Bring forward. Oh, no. Pretend crush. Oh! Crushes the air with the Slug also missing his skill. They want to go in. They want to punish Incarnation right now in the midst of all things. Graves himself again! This Dazzle is...
No internet.
Can you guys reconnect? Will you try to reconnect it? Will you reconnect it? Try. We're the lobby is still up.
What the fuck? Some more base. What the fuck?
Already? Oh, base. Don't know why, 25 to 50%. Biasa more.
Hey, drink water, man.
I'm good. Later. Both teams ready? Yeah? Oh, yeah.
Okay. Alright.
Unpause? Okay, we're good. And after that very quick hiatus, we're right back into this game. 15 minutes Lost about 30 seconds of that game, and as a result, all the heroes have walked back to the fountain. But looks like both teams have agreed to just continue on in C2. And we're just going to move on in the game right now as we approach the 15-minute mark. 10-13 the score right now. Looks like Infinity Gaming are slowly edging their way back into this game, getting good trades in the team fights. But of course, they've got to be really, really careful as that Phantom Assassin is just farming up more than ever.
It seems that this game is going to be on par that of carries in the game. If they can't carry the game, it's about to reach the late game period already.
Vladimir's offering already complete onto that Phantom Assassin, as can you see there. That's going to be a tier 1 tower taken. And they're just going to congregate right here onto this top lane. Looks like they give space to the Radiant team. Oh, they got vision of each other right now. Let's see if there will be a fight coming up. Dazzle being cut off guard right now. Weaver coming in right now. Again at the Cell of Grey, but the Slaughter is nowhere to be seen. PA coming to join up the fight, but the Axe gets a good call on him right now. Dazzle first one to blow out. Slight time out, ready down low, but the Temple Assassin also being low. 2-0 trade right now. Dazzle and TA are out. Looks like Infinity are finally getting the fight that they want. Cold Snap is the next one. If they get it, it will be a very big kill. And there you go. The Cold Snap will fall to the Rookie Mode. Looks like 3-for-1 trade, and that was the fight that Infinity Game wanted. They traded out the Crystal Maiden for the 2 carries, the 2 cores over the side of Duke by Asha. So that was a fight that played out really well into the hands of the Radiant. Getting good vision with Observer Ward onto the high ground, and they will spot it out, and there will be a D ward coming out right there. However, I have to remember that that fight, Slaughter wasn't part of it. Happily pushing down this bottom lane, tier 1 tower, alongside with that Winter Wyvern.
It seems that they're focusing more on objectives right now. It seems that towers are coming down and people are coming down at the same time.
And after that quick skirmish, you can see that the graphs are slowly turning up slightly in favor of Infinity Game. Of course, Jigbayasha still hold the upper hand in this team fight. Things slow down a little bit right now. 13-14, Infinity Gaming slowly catching up to that kill score. Another good team fight, and they will be neck and neck with Jigbayasha, and that early game advantage will disappear. But right now, Slaughter being caught off guard in that smoke, will sprint away. Will he look to try to reinitiate? Coming in, amplified damage will actually go onto the slot. As the Weaver as well in the vicinity will have a quick spot right now. Right now, they're going into the blind high ground. Swarm coming in from the Weaver will just have a bit of vision onto the heroes right now. Blink forward from the Slaughter, catching out that Slug, but Slug immediately into the dark pack. Crystal Maiden as well coming in with the slow Weaver. Oh, with a good save coming in from the Winter Wyvern. Ricky Mario and the Crystal Maiden ultimate coming up. Winter Wyvern will fall. Slaughter will fall next as well. Again, it's a 2-for-1 trade, and that will be the end of it. It's a double kill coming out from the Templar Assassin. 2-for-2 trade right now, but Templar Assassin in a lot of trouble. Will she be able to burst down another hero before she goes down? One more right click. Yes! Gets out of the kill, but will fall. 3-for-3 trade, but as I said, Infinity Gaming, they want these trades. Weaver managed to live through that engagement, so of course he will enjoy the full bounty of the gold coming out right there. But Templar Assassin and the Slaughter falling in that fight will hurt Jigbayasha, and I expect to see this graph turn up even slightly. There you go, almost neck and neck in terms of EXP.
So far, the Infinity have been catching Jigbayasha in out of position points and really costing them hard on getting out of position and overly aggressive towards Infinity's area, Infinity's jungle.
Oh, coming in, Blink as well. The Sentry Ward spots him out. Patrick Star in a lot of trouble. They were able to follow it up. Smoke Blink forward coming in for predicting this. Oh, but juked out there by the Weaver. Now Ricky Moro, what can he do? Swarm coming out, trying to get a bit of vision, but that's going to be the end of it. Very interesting there, the aggression shown by the Weaver. As we hit 16-17, that's going to be another tier 1 tower smoke coming out. 4 heroes from the Radiant team are here. And the call coming out from Jigbayasha is just back after this engagement. The Phantom Assassin being very brave right there. Coming into the front lines. And they'll spot that extra sentry ward, which will be coming in with a good form! 5-man crush! Coming in with a re-engagement as well. Ricky Mara as well. Now the Weaver coming in with a swarm right now. No heroes dropping down low. The Weaver is low. Coming in with a perfect team fight coming up right here. But Jigbayasha has in quick succession. It's a team wide in exchange for. It's a team wide in exchange for just a Winter Wyvern. incredible team fight there coming out there. The initiation from that Slaughter, able to catch 5 heroes into that crush. Who needs Tidehunter?
Who needs the Ravage?
Who needs the Ravage? That's right, just being able to crush in 5 heroes, that was something absolutely incredible to watch.
So right now they're going for the objectives in the game. They already have 3 tier 1 towers and now going for the second tier, the tier 2 towers. We will see if the Duke of Yashas can end this game or Infinity can hold on as strong as it could.
Well, they're not being greedy. They just took their objective and just decided not to overextend and just went back in this direction. And looking at the item progression right there, Weaver slowly approaching his next major item in the form of the Lincoln Sphere, whereas on the side of the Dire team, BKB coming up from the Templar Assassin. Let's see which team will actually take Roshan first. Oh, lots of pings coming out there, so they've spotted the Illusion Rune pickup. They know the Templar Assassin wants to be aggressive with this. Axe will back off, and as a result of that, it looks like it's just going to be exploring with the Illusion Rune. 17 for 22 right now, the score after that incredible team fight coming out by Jig Bayasha. And as I was saying, just as it's about to hit 0, just went back in favor of the Dire team. So right now I'm going to hit 21 minutes into the game. Let's see where the next team fight will be. I think it will be over contesting the Roshan pit. But they're just giving space right now to Infinity Gaming to farm, and pings coming out left and right, blink forward, Crash coming in onto the Weaver, immediate amplified damage. Patrick Star looks to try to weave away, and Chloe Grace coming again with a beautiful ultimate. Grave coming in, trying to save, but the Culling Blade should come out soon. Where's the Culling Blade? No, actually there's 2 heroes just dropping right now, 3. As a Slider, Winter Wyvern, as well as a Dazzler will die, but right now the Templar Assassin is the next one. Illusion Moon will cause a little bit of issue right there. Templar Assassin goes another and will blow up the Weaver, but he will pay with his life for that. BKB coming in on time. Goes for the 1 charge as well. Looks like they're going to try to change his aggression right now. Straight onto that axe as the axe just blows up, close up right now, trying to go, but side time out onto that slide. That's no more ultimate. Has to be very, very careful right now. Ricky Mario and Slug 2 Invis with another melt hit coming in. Looks like a mega kill. Able to just blow up that Slug, and Ricky Mario is the one again remaining. Over aggression shown by Infinity Gaming. They had a good engagement, that they just overstayed their welcome. Infinity Gaming just a little bit too greedy in that team fight. If they just pulled back after getting the advantage, they would have survived, but instead the Axe, the Slug and the Weaver will fall. But once again, after that team fight, no real objectives being claimed for the Dire team. Looking to try to push his bottom tier 1 tower. Looking at the vision of the Radiant team, not too good. Whereas over the Dire team as well. Oh, actually, as I say that, looks like they're very confident with their warding. Some very aggressive wards coming out. Blink Strike, Crimp coming out straight. Ricky Mario falls, but Chloe Grace will face the ultimate from the Winter Wyvern, and they will be blowing up their own teammate. But in the backline, Sledgehammer actually being brought down really, really low. The Shadow Arrows, but the first to fall will be that Winter Wyvern to the Culling Blade. But the Crystal Maiden is the next one after Blink comes in. BKB coming up the Templar Assassin. Blink forward from the Phantom Assassin just blows up the Axe, and Cold Snap will pay that for his life. 2 for 2 trade right now. They're looking to chase Templar Assassin in a lot of trouble. No BKB, low on health. Refreshing charge. Already got their nail hits coming out. Kill it, push it. That's one check, but that's a backup coming in for the Dazzle. Lincoln Sphere will block on the present touch. Grave coming in, as well as that time lapse, but Patrick's not in a lot of trouble right now. Let's see, the Templar Assassin will continue to fight this. One more melt hit will kill it. Instead, one more kill. Rampage? No. No Rampage, just an ultra kill. Templar Assassin not looking to push the aggression onto that one. Very interesting. I thought he could have gotten the Rampage on that, but instead, the Templar Assassin playing very safe. Does of course have the BKB as well as the Desolator. We saw a very, very timely use of that Magic Wand charge, just being able to get back the HP and mana that was required, and the timely use of the BKB avoiding the engagement from prolonging too much. As the score is now 22 to 29. Looks like Jig Bayasha are very confident right now, Kycer.
If you notice that they just had 4 players over there. They only had the Dazzle Kemi and that while the Slaughter is still farming down there, farming for his items and guarding for gold and experience, getting ready for the final push for the game.
And one interesting thing to note is that almost all heroes on the side of the Dai team, which is Jigbayasha, have got a Blightstone or a Desolator. Desolator, and Blightstone. I'm not too sure if they stack. Let's see how this is going to come in. Engagement, blink forward, crush as well onto the axe, and the axe immediately blown up, godlike. Beyond godlike coming up from the Templar Assassin right now, just blowing up that axe with a melt hit coming in the middle of things and Rikimaru, but the ultimate will not hit any heroes. Chloe Grace, on the Signacimated, will go for the ultimate incarnation and the Dazzle will fall. Blink fall for the Phantom Assassin, goes for the crit, looks like hero, will fall, the Rikimaru, no, just being brought down low as the next upon the Phantom Assassin. Interestingly, BKB carry with the TA, slides over the back, it will fall to the Slaughter. Slaughter coming in with a very low HP, Armor Toggles coming in, they're looking to try to get Patrick's side, there's one more crush, Lincoln's Sphere, there's going to be another kill. The Armor Toggles coming out from the Slaughter, they're picking up the Crystal Maiden. Where is this Crystal Maiden? There she is! They've got his Slaughter, one more crush, and it's going to be a second team fight. That's the second team wipe we've seen in this team. And that armor toggling coming out from that Slaughter was just masterful.
It was a beautiful fight, man.
Right now 24-34, we thought Infinity Gaming were clawing their way back into this game, but the graph tells a different story as Jigbayasha, very confident positions right now, playing very safe, not overexerting their aggression.
But the thing about Infinity, that they need to take risks, they need to make that chance to happen. If they start falling back and go defensive right now, that PA, that fat Slaughter will eat up all of their team. And it is not easy, but they have to. Infinity have to pick their fights properly. They cannot ignore the fact that that Dazzle is up.
Weaver coming in with a swarm. Looks like Axe wants to reinitiate into the fight. They're playing very cautiously right now, but the Axe being very manly as well as the Weaver. They're playing very far forward. They should be very careful. The tower is too far behind. They should play on the tower, but instead coming in is with a blink strike. The Rikimaru comes in, but they all just escape from the ultimate. And right now, BKB being popped left and right. Puffy will get a good call, onto two. But right now, playing the price is that Crystal Maiden, who will just blow up right now to the damage. The DPS is just too much of the side of Jigbayasha. PMS playing the backline slap. This is the pounce. And let's see how they're going to fight around this as the cooldowns come up. BKB comes up as well. And there you go. That's the next hero to fall. The axe will fall to that Phantom Assassin. This is too much physical damage coming out right now with Jigbayasha. And they're going to be able to get a rack from this. Let's see if they will be... No buyback on the axe. And they're just going to be able to get a free tier 3 tower. Don't forget that Desolator does a lot of work onto the buildings. Rikimaru blinking in, but again, they just move out of the AoE, but looking to try to re-engagement is at that Saitama, but Saitama immediately brought down low now, BB8 and the Slaughter's on a killing spree. Templar Assassin pulls up the Weaver one by one. It's going to be a chain feed. This means at least another lane of frags and an objective. Is there any way back in this for Infinite Gaming?
It's very difficult, but the thing is, they need to start splitting the enemy team. They are group fights, they are very bad group fights right now. But if they manage to split the Slaughter and the PA together, maybe they get a chance. Because right now, they are grouped up together so hard, it's really, really difficult to get even one pick out of them. They tried for the Raven, but he couldn't be killed because of his outspot.
And they're going to try to go onto the axe right now, blink forward as well with the PA call coming in, the crits coming out left, right and center. It looks like good call coming out within the Slaughter, but as I say that, it looks like this is the last fight for Infinity, and there you go. 4 heroes of the Radiant team wiped off the face of the map in exchange is...
And Rikimaru is the last to go.
There's going to be a full 5 team wipe as the Weaver actually respawns. That's how long this team fight was. They're going to blink him up. And he will just disjoint that dagger. They're now just knocking onto that Ancients. They're bringing down these tier 4 towers. There will be nothing left to protect this Ancient when the tier 4 tower comes down. And don't forget that Templar Assassin and that Phantom Assassin, both of them can just blow up any hero on the side of Infinity.
Just one single dagger, one single split strike, and one hit from Templar, one dies.
That's right. They're trying to glyph this, doing the best they can to defend it, but really there's nothing much that they can do. The Weaver alone can't do much. Slug will be respawning in 5 seconds, so let's see if Jigbayasha will extend this aggression. They're just going straight with the throne, they don't care. Oh, they're actually going to disengage from this fight. So just one lane of frags right now remaining for the Radiant team. And it looks like Infinity will have to do so much to try to come back from this position right now, Kycer.
It's like a clear win, but it's not yet there. Comebacks are real, but they have to separate their carries away. They have to separate. They have to stop aiming for the supports because their carries are the ones that's destroying their teams. They have to find a way to stop them.
There are 3 Desolators right now of the start of Jigbayasha. It's on the Slada, the Templar Assassin, as well as the Phantom Assassin.
The only way is Rikimaru smoking itself. If they can get all the carries inside, and the mist will help them game. But it is very difficult to split them up with the supports.
Looks like a scan being used there by the Radiant, so they know what the Dire team is up to. They know something is happening, but there's no way they can fight this.
Even though they come in, they can't really do anything.
No, if they go, they're gonna lose their base. The creeps are pushing in.
Even if they go, they might just end the game right there. They just go in and just finish off the.
Well, we're just about half an hour into this game, 31 minutes to be exact right now. 26-42, Jigbayasha in a comfortable position. They've got the Aegis spell on Slada, so he can be even more aggressive right now. And it looks like they're just going to try to push down onto the mid lane, considering that the bottom tier 2 tower still stands. And they're going to group up as 5 right now into this mid lane. Perhaps one last team fight. Will this be the final nail in the coffin? And let's see how they're going to play around this. Infinity, no tower. So they've got no bonus armor, they've got no bonus damage. Coming in, blinking in is that Rikimaru as well, but the good ultimate coming out from Vinfire will actually hold the Crystal Maiden in place. First hero to follow with the Crystal Maiden, she's just so fragile. And as well as the axe to follow, no buybacks coming out. Rikimaru is next to fall, triple kill for the Templar Assassin. Crash as well onto that Weaver. One more hit. Are they going to dive the fountain right now? They are, they're going to dive the fountain. And there goes with the Blink Strike as well. Slaughter coming, does have the Aegis right now. Playing Crystal Maiden as well. Armor Topic as well will actually die. Crystal Maiden surviving, one more hit there. Ultra kill coming out. So they just love the fountain, and I think that's it. I think that's GG!
The Duke of Yasha has won this one. J-O-Y is in their faces as the game ends. Let us give a hand to the Duke of